So Ollie, early start, it's 6:45. There's already been 2 or 3 lots come out. You've got a lot of the horses in last week. You know, you must be excited to have got those in and you know, start to see them develop, etc. What are they doing? What have they done since they come in on Monday?
Yeah, they basically have all come in Monday. They're all on the walker for a week, so exciting times. All the babies seem to have grown up and filled out, and everything's looking well. So yeah, really exciting times. They'll all have tack on them for the first time on Monday, and I suppose away we go. And it's usually a 12 kind of to 14-week program before we'll try and get them on the track. So yeah, really exciting times.
Frightening times for the staff. Lots of fresh horses. But Charlie and Fran Nimmo are obviously a big part of the team. A lot of the horses that come from the sales are broken in at Charlie's. Charlie does. It's quite extraordinary what he does, how he breaks them in, how quickly he breaks them in, how far forward he gets them, schooling, etc. And over the next couple of weeks we are going to try and get down to Charlie's and, you know, see how it's done from there. But they do a fantastic job with those young horses.
Yeah, they do a great job. They're both a big part of my team. I think they've 20 plus horses of mine over them at the moment, which have all come from the sales to be broken in. So yeah, they do a great job, and yeah, no, we'll have an interesting time over there in the next couple of weeks when we go over.
And since we spoke last Friday, you've had 3 winners, and one of the really exciting ones was obviously Lewis Stone's winning, you know, his first race as a conditional on Angel of Harlem at Market Raisin. Obviously Jens went in again, obviously Mochueka as well at Utoctata under Aidan Coleman. Nice winner for Dinah and Mr. Waitley as well. So, you know, 3 nice winners and lots of horses placing and running well. Mrs. Master running nicely. So, you know, can you have a little sort of run through the runners? Yeah,
no, a good week. Lewis gave Angel of Harlem a nice ride. As you said, it was his first winner as a conditional, so it was nice to get him off the mark. She looks a progressive filly, and I thought she was value for her winning margin. She may well turn out again on Sunday, as she won a conditional jockey's race with no penalty. Jens here, we keep talking about him. He's been a little star, so he's 130 rated now. He's going to be hard to place, but he won again when I stepped him up in trip on Sunday at Market Raise, and he's just tough and he loves his jumping, and he's been a little star. That's 3 on the bounce he's won now. And I thought Mochueka got a very good ride in Utoctata off Aidan Coleman to win the maiden hurdle, having his first run for me. Hopefully that's done his confidence the world of good, and he may well go and win something under a penalty. So no, good week. Plenty of horses ran well as well, and Mrs. Master was a little bit unlucky. I thought he'd be a horse they all had to beat, but he just happened to bump into one, and it won't be long before he's back winning.
And on Sunday I sat at home and turned on the racing, and I think they said that Olly Murphy was going through a bit of a cold patch, and that sort of makes you laugh really. You know, haven't had many runners this summer, but you know, the horses that have run well, and you know, you've ticked over plenty of winners, and then sort of banging a double, and they're, you know, suddenly you're on fire. You know, things change quickly in racing, but again, it must be good to tick those winners over through the summer.
Yeah, most definitely. Listen, I think we went 13 days without a winner and 14 or 15 runners. It's one of those, people love to tell you when your horse is running bad, and they're not so keen to tell you when they're running well, but that's the way the industry is and sport is on a whole. Yeah, they're in good form, everything's running well. Obviously the calibre of horse in this time of year is a lot less than what's in the winter time, so you have to deal with the cards you're dealt, and listen, if we can get another half dozen winners on the board before the start of the proper national hunt season, I'll be delighted.
And runners today, you've got Compatriot and also Georginator under Lewis again, so another good opportunity for him. And yeah, what can you tell us about those two? Yeah,
Compatriot's disappointed me since he's gone jumping hurdles. I thought he's got a fairly harsh mark of 105 for what he's achieved, but he's in good form. I actually thought it looked a competitive race, but hopefully improves his first run in the handicap. And I run Georgiator in the bumper for Andrew Brooks, a grand horse. He's by Simplex. His work at home has been okay. It's a summer bumper in Fosslas, and I suppose I'd be disappointed if he wasn't in the first 3 off what he shows at home. But he's in good form. Lewis rides him, and yeah, no, fingers crossed he'll run very well.
And other entries this week, you know, you've got plenty of entries in there. You've got quite a few in at Southall, and also entries in at Worcester later on. But you sort of say pretty much of the entries you've got, Angel of Harlem is probably one of your only likely runners.
Yeah, I'd say I'm going to be quiet for the next 4 or 5 days. Angel of Harlem will go to Southall on Sunday. Richard Johnson's going to ride her. She'll obviously have no penalty for winning a conditional jockey's race. So it's always a risk running these horses back quick, but she's due to go up £7 in the future, up to 112. So we're gonna take a chance. She seems in good form, so we're gonna take a chance and run her again on Sunday. And I'd say Bizu will run the selling handicap for the Olly Murphy Racing Club on Tuesday, and she looks my only likely runner for the rest of the week, kind of until later on in the week. So a quiet time, but we'll be getting on all those winter horses on Monday, so we'll be busy in other areas.
And you mentioned Richard Johnson. Richard's always been a big part of the team from the start at Warren Chase. Ridden lots of winners for you, been very, very lucky, and you've obviously supported him. How does that go down with having a good friend in Harry Skelton up the road? And there really is becoming a, you know, it's a genuine, you know, title chance for Harry. You know, I think he's 20 something clear. You know, it must be sort of a little bit difficult with Harry sort of as a good friend, and obviously Richard Johnson, someone that you've supported from the start.
Yeah, obviously I've grown up with Harry since we were knee-high to a grasshopper. So listen, they've had a phenomenal start, Dan and Harry together, and I think he's riding probably as well as anyone is in England at the moment. So yeah, no, it's a funny old situation for me, because obviously Richard Johnson's been very loyal to me, and he rides the majority of my horses, so, and he'll continue to do so. But listen, if Richard Johnson was going to win the title, I'd obviously love to see Harry win it. And listen, if it's not this year, I think it's only a matter of time before Harry does, and you never know, in years to come he might be booting in a few winners for me.
Perfect. Have a good week, Ollie.
Come on, thanks.